And we'd like to welcome you to our game here this Sunday afternoon. We've got Levanga Hokkaido hosting the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. This is the second of their two meetings here this weekend. As far as Kawasaki was concerned, they're happy. They visited here and they came away with a 98-79 victory. That was yesterday. Today, Levanga says it's going to be a whole different story. Let's find out as this game unfolds right before our very eyes. Once again, B.LEAGUE action coming your way. And let's see if Levanga can get back on their tormentors yesterday. We're going to go through the performances of all the players. Good performance from the king yesterday, Nick Fazekas. As we take a look first at Kawasaki at 20-13. Hokkaido, the exact opposite, 7-26. They need to be able to continue to start winning if they want to be able to move up in the team standings. As we take a look at the roster of players, again, they'll be relying on Dwight Ramos, their Asian quota import from the Philippines, and their world imports, Alex Murphy, Brock Motum, and Sean Long. There on your screens, Brock Motum, part of the Australian national squad. He needs to come up with bigger numbers for his squad here to be able to come away with a victory. That gentleman on your screens, Ryoma Hashimoto, the starting point guard. Didn't really score as much yesterday, but he had tremendous assists. Looking at his numbers, he was on the floor for 29 minutes. He had 3 points, but 8 dimes. On the other side, the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. And that gentleman there on your screen, Ryosei Shinuyama. A lot will be expected of him. He was a real star getter during the All-Star game. He was voted as the MVP, but right now things are back to serious stuff. We got the starters here. And there's the king. Came away yesterday with 29 points, 2 assists, 10 rebounds, 2 steals, and 1 block. The next leading scorer after him was Michael Young with 12 points. So he really carried the load yesterday. Starting 5 here for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Number 0, Yuma Fuji. We have number 2, Michael Young. Number 22, the king, Nick Fazekas. Number 33, that's Takumi Hasegawa. And number 35, Jordan Heath. The visiting squad gets no love. And that's common. As we take a look at the numbers here from Jordan Heath. His performance inside, he's one of the leading shot blockers in the league. Using that length. It's a good measure. Heath is also one of the leading slam dunkers in the B-League. They do count slam dunks. But for Jordan Heath, his numbers, 10 points, 12 boards. He also had 3 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. On the other side, this gentleman there really lorded it over. Sean Long had 20 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals, and 1 assist. Purely an inside operator. He loves to operate inside the shaded area. And there were the numbers from yesterday's affair broken down. Look at that, 79% from inside the 2-point area. That's hard to stop. Also decent numbers from 3, 40%. Just 31% here for Levanga. 9 out of 29. They have to have a better percentage than that. In terms of turnovers, Levanga actually had less. But if you're going to shoot that low from the 3-point area, 31%, it's not really going to cut it. And now we got the fanfare as we introduce to you Levanga Hokkaido. And there you got a starters here for the home squad. Starting out with number 0, Ryoma Hashimoto. They have number 11. That is Ryota Sakurai. Number 12, Brock Motum. Number 21, Sean Long. And number 66, Yuta Matsushita. That's a squad here for Coach Sako Kenichi. That's him on your screens. And right now we've got our 3 officials handling stuff here at the Hokkai Kita-Edu. You got referee Kato, referee Moriya, and referee Hashimoto. Once again, let's go to the starters for both these squads. For the home squad, they've got Hashimoto, Sakurai, Motum, Long, and Matsushita. For the visitors, looking for back-to-back victories here. They're starting out with Fuji, Young, Fazekas, Hasegawa, and Heath. There's the king. But they call him the king really at Kawasaki. Everywhere else, he's just another gentleman. Well, he showed why they call him the king. He had 29 big points yesterday, leading the charge. Nick is 37 years old. 2-time B.LEAGUE champion. 3-time B.LEAGUE Player of the Year. Standing 6'11". Played in the NBA for Dallas and the Clippers. And still playing here. First attempt to Hashimoto and company. Motum will launch right away and hit. That's a good start here for Hokkaido. 3-0. They need to be able to sustain that effort, both offensively and defensively. Heath will kick it out to King. Oh, gun shy to start things off. Fuji's going to track this one down. Shot clock's winding down. The King knows it. Quick spin. Kisses it off the glass. Well, the King says he's still got a couple of years left in his playing career. You gotta believe it. Motum gets denied there by Heath. Heath once again is really there as the last stopper. Young's gonna get fouled by Sakurai. Motum gets away from his defender, but again, Jordan Heath is there to clean things up. He's not one of the leading shot blockers in the league for nothing. Fuji trying to get away. Sets for 3. A little bit too strong. Sakurai's first rebound. Hashimoto doesn't really need to score, but he likes to get his teammates involved. Motum to the wing. Open 3. That's not going to drop. Those are the shots that Utah's got to make. Young will give it up. Now asks for it against the smaller Utah. Jordan Heath will launch from 3 and hit. And now Kawasaki with their first taste of the lead at 5-3. Working around the perimeter once again. Inside to Motum now. Ryoma. They've got to make their move. Shot clock's winding down. Hashimoto to Motum. Motum for another 3. Yes! 2 threes to start off this game here for Brock Motum. He's got all the 6 points for Hokkaido. Fuji calling out the play. Gonna get that pick. Trying to release Young. Young with the jumper, yes. Seesaw battle we've got right now. Sakurai will try to challenge. No, he won't. Almost got his pocket picked. Inside. Long's gonna come up short. The King bring it down himself. Nothing Sean Long could do but to foul him. Quite surprised why. as a world import, you've got to really pick your fouls. That's going to be a cheap one if you ask me. They get it inside. Back inside to Fuji. Heath puts up another one. That time's going to come up short. Ryoma gives it to Brock. They got to get into their offensive set a little earlier. Yuta. Yes, finally, he's going to make this one. Yuta Matsushita now 1 out of 2 from the field. Almost a steal. The King's going to bring it down. It's almost impossible to steal that ball. The King really takes good care of it. Back outside. The King with a floater. It's going to drop. 4 points in the contest now for Fazekas. They got a steal. They look for Nick. Nick for 3. Just short. Moulton with the board now. His second. Now they're going to swing it around once again. Looking for the open shot. That's a nice quick move. Inside. Long's going to get denied there by the King. But once he gets inside, that was a triple team. He still got his points. Screaming at the referee, asking for a foul. 2-point lead here for Hokkaido at 11-9. Fuji from 17 feet. The pass a little bit short. Leaking out and an easy slam there for Sean Long. It's now a 4-point advantage at 13-9. A timeout will be called here by Coach Kenji Sato. Back to the action now. Almost a steal it is. Easy basket inside. That lead is now ballooned to 6 at 15-9. That's not what you want to see coming off a timeout. Shaking his head, there's Coach Kenji. They get it inside to Jordan Heath. He's going to miss. There were 3 individuals around him there. Levanga really tightening things up. Yuta will launch and miss. Sakurai with the offensive rebound. The King says enough's enough. Missed opportunity there for Long to get that 3-pointer. Increase their lead. Michael Young. Michael Young inside. Gets denied there by Long, but a foul's going to be called. Sean Long can't believe it. That's going to be foul number 2. Let's see. Good recovery. Ooh, there was a lot of arm as well. And That's why I mentioned a foul earlier on Sean Long was a cheap one against the King. He didn't need to do that in the open court. It should have just been his first personal foul. Now it's going to be his second. He's got to be replaced. In comes Alex Murphy. Remember, Long had a terrific game yesterday, albeit in a loss. He had 20 points, 10 boards, 3 steals. But now he's going to be on the bench. With those 2 quick fouls, he might be on the bench for quite a while. The earliest we probably will see him is maybe at the start of the second quarter. Young will make that free throw, cutting that lead down to 4. Matt Janning, the gunner, comes in. Janning was 1 out of 3 from 3-point distance yesterday. Ryusei Shiniyama has checked in. Short there on an attempt from Alex Murphy. Still to break into a sweat. Launches and comes up miserably. The King from the outside. Yes! That's going to cut the lead down to 1. Bioma calling out the play. They need to score here. The momentum is now swung on the other end. Sakurai. That's great passing, but again, swarming defense. But a basket and 1 opportunity here for Brock Motum. Motum now has 8 points in the contest to lead all scorers. Nice extra pass. Almost a steal there from Hasegawa. And Jordan Heath's going to pick up his first personal. He doesn't like it. Completing that 3-point play. 9 points now in the contest here. That's a great pass. Coming off the made free throw. Look at the King. Knew exactly what Shiniyama was going to do. Shiniyama will be fouled. First personal foul there on Brock. Let's see, they look to try to free up Heath inside. They were trying. A little bit too strong on the outside. Heath with the save. Gets it. And the King will score. No, he won't. Coming up just short there. Good effort though from Jordan. Rioma still. Jordan inside. Nope, they're going to kick it out. Motum's going to hit another 3. He's in double digits. Getting away. Shiniyama still has that speed. Almost a steal there from Matt Janning. Asking for the defensive alignment, and he gets his answer. Shiniyama is not as quick as he used to be, but still, you can see there in that last play, still able to get away from his defender. 5-point lead here for Hokkaido, who's already in the penalty though. Left open. Why are you going to leave him open? Brock Motum's going to hit once again. He's got 15 points. He has got the hot hand. Yesterday had 11 points, 4 assists, and 5 boards. The King inside will get that to drop. With just Arizona in front of him. He's going to score every single time. That's a heat check there from Brock Motum. Missed that one poorly. The King from the outside. That rims out. Murphy with the board, and here comes Levanga. Tuto Terrazono, the backup point guard with a lot of speed, is inside. Shot clock now at 4. Matt Jennings is going to take that one away. Shinuyama. No look pass. Oh, that would have been a highlight play. Just not enough elevation that time, but Shinuyama says, okay, no slam dunk, but let's get the 3 points. Timeout this time will be called by Hokkaido. Back to the ball game here. A minute and a half remaining here in the opening quarter. 3-point lead enjoyed by Hokkaido. Remember, they lost yesterday 98-79 against Kawasaki. I want to send their fans home with a smile today. Open 3. Ryusei misses. One of the few times you're going to see him miss that wide open of a 3. Koya Takahashi's in. Brock Motum. That's too easy. But now you've got to respect that 3-point shooting. He's on target here. He's got 17 points, 17 of the 26. Under a minute remaining. Shinuyama. Shinuyama still the king. With 4 seconds to go. Puts it up. Will misfire. Nice rebound there from Alex Murphy. He's controlled the boards. Koyo Takahashi coming off the bench here today. Usually a starter. Nice look there at Shinuyama, who's done quite well for his squad. Daniel Dan Nana will be checking in for the first time. An athletic big man here for the squad of Hokkaido. See if he can give his squad quality minutes. Kawasaki with still 2 fouls to give up if they want to use it. Koyo from the outside misfires. Michael Young says, let's go for the last shot. They look for Matt. That's a poor foul because Hokkaido is in the penalty. The Tsukasa Nakano is going to pick up that first personal. Nakano yesterday had a good outing, scoring 10 points, grabbing 10 rebounds, and he came up with 1 steal. But that foul there is a very poor one. Matt Janning made the first. They cut into this lead further. They're going to send Brock Motum back in here for the final 7 seconds. Why not? He's got the hot hand. Looking for the open man right away. That layup's going to drop. Shoto Terrazono with a fist pump there. That's surely going to count. First quarter's done. And it's a 5-point lead for Hokkaido at 28-23. Second quarter is underway. Still, Shinoyama on the floor. He's seeing a lot of playing time here today. Trying to kiss it off the glass. Not going to work that time for Yuto Nomi. Still a 5-point lead by Hokkaido. That's a great play. Alex stretching there. Coming at the last minute, trying to draw the charge. Watch it here. Nice pocket pass. Shinoyama. Gotta get there. I think he looked like he was a fraction of a second late. That's going to be a second personal foul, and now he'll have to be replaced. Coming in is Satoru Maeda, number 13. Murphy's going to make that first. Ooh. Missed there in the second. Not getting the roll. Still a 6-point lead here, enjoyed by Hokkaido. Young to the wing. Maeta for 3, no. Long rebound, tracked down there by Koyo. Terrazono might be called for a charge, yes. He put up that elbow, it made contact. Let's see if we can catch that on the replay. Well, fortunately, no replay. Michael Young inside, up and under move. Not going to work. Murphy with the rebound. Will give it up. Nakano. Nakano hasn't really looked for a shot yet. And when I just said so, he hits. First 3 in the contest here for Nakano. He also has 1 rebound and 2 assists already. So far, a productive outing here. Young will give it up. That lead is now at 9, 32 to 23. Nice basket inside. Jordan Heath has just checked back in, so you know he's at full strength. Let's see, they try to look for Brock Moulton. He's got the great hand here today. Floater a little bit too strong. Heath powers above everybody. That's a nice find. Moving well without the basketball. That's too easy. Kumagai is going to score. Slowly chipping away the lead. Kawasaki. Floater is going to work there for Motum. Working towards 20 points here. The timeout will be called by Kawasaki. Coach Kenji Sato is not happy with the defense. Let's see if they can do something positive coming off that timeout this time. In the first quarter, they call a timeout. Kawasaki did, and they came up with not just nothing scoring-wise, but they came up with a turnover. That time, positive? No. 2 free throws here for Jordan Heath, but still, at least, they have a chance to score. Actually, a better run play. Again, a great individual effort, though, from Jordan Heath, just to keep that alive. Dwight Ramos has just checked in, and he picks up a personal. Quite a late entry here for Dwight. He did have a good game yesterday. He had 13 points, 4 assists, 2 boards, and 1 steal. Second leading scorer for his squad. Quite surprised he's coming in this late. Gonna pick up that rebound. Nakano will launch and hit once again. 2 threes now for Nakano. That's going to increase their lead once again. It's back up to 9. Fuji back in the ball game. He was the starter today for Kawasaki. Heath for 3. Yes! On the money. Jordan Heath is now 2 out of 3 from 3-point distance. 3.5 gone. Here in the second. Terrazono asking for it back. Eventually gets it. Ramos will go inside to Murphy. Alex is going to get denied. Jordan Heath once again as the last defender coming in out of nowhere. Extra pass. They look inside to Young. Young against a triple team will misfire. A little too strong that time. Terrazono. He likes the early offense. Not gonna force it though. They should try to look for Nakano. Terrazono launches a 3 and hits. Cleaning the rim on the way down. Back up to a 9-point lead here. Things looking good for Levanga Hokkaido. We still have 2 more quarters to play though. Not to mention half of the second. Still coming up. 3-point play opportunity there for Jordan. Very difficult to stop him when he's got the momentum going towards the rim. Watch it here as he slips. Gets that pass, feels the contact. Nothing Terrazono can do really. He was also fouled by Dwight. Let's see who they give it to. They're going to give it to Shuto. His second. He acknowledges it. Another rebound there for Dwight. Dwight's gonna give it up. Terrazono. Up high. Now goes down to the corner. They're not finding him. Nakano will give it up. And I was about to say there's no time for an extra pass, but they make the extra pass. That shot from Dwight will not count. And an applause there from Kenji Sato. Approaching the halfway mark here. In the second, Fuji almost lost it. Now they'll reset. They're just down by 7. Lead pass. Snuffed out there. A steal for Dwight. They'll push it forward. Nakano launches and hits. No! Motum's there. Motum at the right place at the right time. He's got 21 points. And we're still in the first half. That's going to bring us to this official timeout. Things still looking good for Levanga. Still a nice 9-point advantage enjoyed by Levanga Hokkaido as we enter the second part of the second quarter. Fuji, quick pass, Matt Janning, that's deep, yes! If Matt Janning can start to heat up, that's going to look good as far as the visitors are concerned. Nice steal there from the King. The King didn't really play as much. Had to put that one down, almost a travel. I'm surprised Janning didn't launch. Poor pass. Another steal for Dwight. Nakano will misfire. Put back there for Dwight. Dwight Ramos trailing that play so well. Extends that lead once again to 8. Dwight has been getting to the passing lanes quite well. Janning inside. No. They've got their opportunities from the inside, just not dropping. Tito. Now to Alex. Alex gets denied once again. They're going to say it's his goaltending. That's going to bring the lead of Hokkaido to double digits for the first time here. This is now the biggest lead in the ball game for either squad. And actually, Hokkaido has led most of the way. Looks like Kawasaki is a little slower today as compared to yesterday. Wondering why. Janning sets up. Good line. Not a problem. He's got 2 threes now. That's going to cut the lead down to 7. Ryoma Hashimoto checking back in. Dwight. Back to Ryoma. Still a lot of time in the shot clock. Here comes Murphy once again. Soft, feathery touch there. That's going to drop. Brock Moulton there talking to the troops, saying as long as everybody continues to contribute, we should be good. Extra free throw coming up here for Alex Murphy. Fuji's going to pick up his first personal foul. Murphy converts. Fuji finds the king. The king with a spin. A foul will be called on Ryoma. That's a good foul. Unfortunately, that's going to put them in the penalty here. First personal foul going to be called on Hashimoto. But the king had inside track there to 2 points. Fuji finds the king. The king hits. He's deadly from just about anywhere. He can even hit the 3. Leads down to 6. Dwight kicks it out. Alex, yes, hits that long tom. Lead is back up to 9. The bench loving it. Exactly 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Foul's going to be called there, and that means 2 free throws because Levanga is in the penalty. Yuma Fuji now on the line. Looking for his first baskets. Gets that first to drop. He's got a point and a rebound. But he does have 4 assists. Nice swish there from Yuma Fuji. Yuta's checked back in. Yuta Matsushita, number 66. He's a lights out shooter. Here's Dwight Ramos inside. A little bit too strong there. But he'll settle for 2 free throws. You like the fact that he's not just content to hit jumpers, but here he is trying to look for some plays going towards the rim. Ooh, a little bit too strong there from Dwight in the first. Second is good. Quick inbound once again here from the King. Matt Janning will bring it out. They'll wait for the rest of the troops. Still a lot of time remaining here in the half. Dwight with another steal. That's his third. Murphy inside with a big slam. And the lead is now 12 at 55-43. Foul will be called though. That will be on Utah, his first. Well, the fouls are just piling up here for Levanga. That section there, full of Kawasaki Brave Thunder fans. Still a double-digit lead. Alex Murphy says, let me bring it down myself. Matt Janning will pick up a personal. That's going to put him in the penalty. That's his first. Matt Janning trying to surprise Alex Murphy there. Didn't work. They're going to give him a brand new 24-second shot clock. That's quite surprising. Murphy from deep. Rims out. The King with the board. Here comes Nick together with Matt. That's a nice slip. Easy slam dunk. And Dwight Ramos didn't want to be part of the poster. Got out of the way. 44.1 seconds remaining in this first half. And it's an 8-point lead. Still enjoyed by Levanga Hokkaido. Final 44 seconds here before the halftime break. A little bit of pressure being shown in the backcourt. And then they call off the Dogs. Shot clock now at 10. They gotta make their move now. Hashimoto finds Dwight. Dwight for three. Will come up short. Nick with the board. And they're gonna go for the last shot. At the worst, they're just down by 8. Talking about Kawasaki. The King Brings it closer. Floater is going to come up short. Gets it back. Short again. The King had his chances, just couldn't get it to drop. 2 quarters done here at the HOKKAIDO. And it's a 55-47 advantage for Levanga Hokkaido. It's actually a very nice start to get those kids involved, coming inside the stadium with their favorite players, just like what they do in the sport of football. And right now we go to the highlights of the first 2 quarters. An exceptional start here by Levanga Hokkaido. That's made the crowd happy. Jordan Heath's gonna knock down that 3-pointer though. Keeps them within striking distance. Hachimoto will find the man on fire today, Brock Motum, with 21 points in the first half. And then Fuji will lose possession. Leaking out, Sean Long. Sean Long actually was yesterday's top scorer with 20 points, but today he was hobbled with foul trouble. He was on the bench. Hachimoto with a steal. Getting away there is Yuta. Yuta would finish with 5 points in the first half. 23-year-old youngster showing us those spry legs, the king. Tries to look inside and they find Jordan Heath. Tries to work again, but just can't find the space to get that rebound and put back. Look at this leak out. Motum's going to pick up a personal foul there. Shuto. That is going to beat the buzzer to end the first quarter. First quarter in favor of Hokkaido, 28-23. Jordan Heath just barreling his way inside. Nakano with it 2 threes. He had 10 points yesterday. Now he's got 7. Quick put back there for Brock. Matt Janning was starting to heat up. They're going to need him to knock down those threes. Quick steal once again for Dwight Ramos. And a big finish there from Alex Murphy. Janning once again. Easy slip. And a nice slam there for Jordan. As we break down the numbers. Collectively from the field, 56% shooting for Levanga as compared to just 40% here for Kawasaki. And broken down, it's 60% as compared to 43% from 2-point distance. When you count in 3-point distance shooting, look at this, 53%. 9 out of 17 for Levanga. We talked about the early numbers of what happened yesterday. They shot well below 20%. Levanga did in that loss. They lost yesterday 98-79 against Kawasaki. Look at the rebounds, just about even, 20-19 in favor of Levanga. Assists, 17-11, plus 6 for Levanga. Turnover numbers, both with 5. As we have the leading scorers. 21 points there for Brock Motum, 11 for Alex Murphy, and 6 for Nakano. On the flip side, for the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, 13 points for Jordan Heath. Nick, the King Fazekas, with 11. And 8 points also contributed there by Matt Janning. 5 and 4 also for Ryusei Shiniyama and Yuma Fuji. Shiniyama hobbled there with 2 personal fouls. Same thing on the other end here with Sean Long. Let's see if Sean Long starts out. Yes, he will. There he is on the floor. They look for Motum. Why not? He's been sizzling all throughout the afternoon. Quickly puts up a 3 and hits once again. He's got 24 points. He just picked up from where he left off in the first half. It's now an 11-point advantage. Tracked down there by Yuta. He'll bring it down himself. Why not look for Motum? That's a poor foul from Matt Jennings. Nothing he can really do. Unless he got the steal, that's going to be a second personal foul. Brock Motum to the wing. Yuta. Almost a double dribble. There's another swat there from Jordan Heath. And he's going to come up with a steal. Puts up a three. That would have been a very nice sequence for Jordan. A block, a steal, and then nailing the three-pointer. Didn't happen though. 2 out of 3 is not bad. Pocket pass inside. Sean Long gets denied. That's going to be a jump ball situation. Let's see where it's going to point. We're going the other way. Jordan Heath, another block shot. He's got 4 already. Fuji will give it up. Heath. Now to the King. Almost a steal there. Very close to a foul being called also on Sean Long. Open 3, Fuji. Yes! Fuji now with 7 points. Sakurai will give it up. Long. Now will attack. Almost lost it. There's a lot of contact inside. And he's looking frustrated. He's got to hold on to his wits. His team is up. Even without him contributing. But they're not going to need his contributions. He's only got 4 points and 2 boards. Fuji puts up another one. Hits! No timeout going to be called here. 10 points in the contest now for Yuma. And look for Long. Can he try to get involved? Yes, he can. And will. Now he's got 6 points. Almost a steal there from Sakurai. Sakurai is one of those players coaches would love to have on their squad. Always around the basketball, trying to make things happen. The King from deep. No. Sakurai with the board. Finds Brock Motum inside. 26 points and an assist. And a rebound for Sakurai. Heath from the outside. Swish. 16 points. Here comes Sakurai. Nice handoff. Finds Long. Long with a slam. And Long with a smile. Starting to flex his muscles. Yuma Fuji will cop out. Heath inside to the King. The King falling away. Money. He's got 13 points. And the lead has been cut down to 6 once again. A very good scoring quarter for both these squads. Now there's a nice flow through this ball game. Only 1 foul called so far here in the quarter. 1 on Kawasaki. Motum floats that through. Brock Motum close to 30 points already. Heath puts up another 3. A little bit too high, arcing shot. Hasegawa tried to save it. Wasn't able to get there in time. 8-point lead once again here for Hokkaido. Looking to increase it if they can. Here's Ryoma. And he's not going to be able to get it past the timeline. Yuma Fuji doing his job defensively. Shiniyama's going to be sent in. That's going to be more firepower here for Kawasaki. They're biding their time. Kumagai is also going to check in. That's him, number 27, Naoya Kumagai. No Shiniyama first. Just Kumagai. Janning. We'll bring it closer. The floater a little bit too strong. Long with the board. Sakurai will give it up. Yuta. Yuta finds long side steps and scores. Basket on one opportunity, and Sean Long now saying, it is my quarter. He's in double digits. Watch it once again. Nice find there. Gets away from the defense. There's a little contact, finishes. And he says, now I'm contributing. Now I'm getting involved. Now we're up by 10. Long converts the free throw. It's now up to an 11-point advantage once again here for Levanga Hokkaido. 2 team fouls now in Kawasaki. Fuji finds the king. That's going to be a foul clearly on Ryoma. That's going to be his third personal foul though. He might have to be replaced. Fuji, quick pass, finds Johnny. Johnny not looking for his shot. Now he does. And hits. That's why he should be shooting. He's the highest percentage shooter on the squad of Kawasaki. Yuta almost got away. Puts up the floater, will miss. Inside that paint though. Johnny should give it up. Finds Fuji. Nice rebound there by Long. Ryoma. To Long. Sakurai. Motum. See if he can try to get involved once again. Puts up another jumper and hits. He's got another 3. He's past the 30-point mark. So they're saying only a 2. No, check that. It's a 3. Second personal foul going to be called there on Yuta. Matt Janning calling for the down play. Fuji. Nick from 18 feet hits. He's got 15 points. Still a far cry from his 29 yesterday, but there's still a lot of basketball to be played. Nice lead pass. Yuta. That pass was blocked. I'm not quite sure if that will count as a block. Fuji all day to shoot. Yes! And now a timeout will have to be called by Levanga Hokkaido. Their lead has been cut down to 6. Back to the action here. Under 4 minutes to be played in third. Shuto Tarazona is checked in place of Ryoma. Still no Dwight Ramos here in the third. Quite interesting here what's being done by Sako Kenichi. Inside, going to the left hand, Sean Long. He's got 13 points now. 9 of those 13 here in the third. Talk about coming alive. Fuji will kick it out. Kumagai. The King will reset. They do have a lot of time. Now the King's got to make his move. Heath for 3. Yes! Nothing but the bottom of the net there. And he's got 19. Shuto says, let me bring it down myself. Shuto gets around and will be called for the offensive foul. That's going to be his second offensive foul call here this afternoon. So 2 out of his 3 are of the offensive variety. Now you got to send in Dwight Ramos. Sean Long is going to be sent to the bench, and he's looking at the coaching staff saying, why? I'm doing quite well. Still no Dwight Ramos here for Levanga Hokkaido. Shuto on the outside. Young back in action. Fuji hits. That's going to cut the lead down to 3. And he's got 15 points. Most of those 15 points here in the third as well. So he and Sean Long have come alive here in the third quarter. Terazono with the floater will come up short. Heath with the board. BSA Shiniyama. Back. Jumper's not going to work, but Jordan Heath once again just bullying his way in. And the lead has been cut down to 1. 21 points here for Jordan. When are they going to send in Dwight Ramos? Here comes Brock. He's been having a heck of a game, but almost a steal that time for Ryusei. Watch the quick hands. Coming down there, swiping at that. A minute 26 to be played here in the third period. And here comes Dwight Ramos, finally. Brock Motum to Dwight. Dwight with a little fake. Dwight's going to hit that 3. Coming off the bench here in the third. Dwight Ramos contributing immediately. Leads back up to 4. Approaching the 1 minute mark. And it makes you wonder, why has Dwight Ramos been on the bench? Quite a spell. Kumagai left open for 3. Hits. Lead is back down to 1. Terazono is going to bring it up. Under a minute to be played. They find Brock. Dwight Ramos is going to be fouled. Only the third team foul for Kawasaki, so they still have one more foul to give. First personal foul on Kumagai. Ramos will give it up. Brock. Series of moves. He gets denied there. Michael Young. Don't want to go inside. They go to the corner, and stepping on the sideline there is Shiniyama. He picks up that board and says, okay, too close. 2-second difference from the game clock and the shot clock. Shuto wanting to go for the last shot here. If they go for the shot in the last 2-3 seconds, that's not going to give Kawasaki any time. They want to score. They need to score. They're just up by 1. Handoff. That's going to be an offensive foul. And that's going to be the 3rd offensive foul called on Shoto Terazono. No, that can't be his 2nd foul. That's his 4th. Timeout's going to be called here by Kawasaki. Coach Genji Sato wanting to draw out a play here for the final 5.6 seconds. That's a quick inbound there to the front court. Yuma Fuji will attack right away. That was a well-run pattern, just not dropping there. So 3 quarters done here at the Hokkaido, and it's still a 1-point lead for Hokkaido, 77-76. Fourth and final quarter now in the offing. Once again, we'd like to welcome everybody back to the Hokkaido, the home of Levanga Hokkaido, as they host the Kawasaki Brave Thunders. Looking inside, Alex is going to be fouled. Fuji thought it was clean. That's a nice pass there. Dwight Ramos is making things happen for his squad. Just makes you wonder why he hasn't been playing too much. So far, Dwight Ramos has only played 9 minutes here in this contest. If he plays the entire fourth, he'll only be on the floor for 20 minutes. Half a game. And you don't expect him to play the entire half. Excuse me, the entire quarter. Maybe one half of it. Alex is going to make that second free throw, and that lead has now been up to 3. Remember, Kawasaki won yesterday, 98-79. Heath for the tie. No. Dwight, another rebound. That's rebound number 4. Chuto. He's got 4 personals. They look inside once again, Alex. Terrazono will get away. And that leads back up to 5. He's keeping Ryoma on the bench here. The Kings about ready to check in. They need his firepower. Fuji from deep, a little bit too strong. That was touched last there by Shinuyama. And here come the reinforcements. The King is in. Janning is in. Looks like Coach Kenji Sato wants to make his move here. Right here, right now. Murphy will bring it down. Up against Young. Brock has really not looked for his shot as of late. Terrazono will kick it out. Shot clock's at 7. Motum from deep and hits. And that lead is up to 8. Motum now with 34 big markers. He's trying to do it single-handedly, and it's worked so far. Foul's going to be called. That's going to be a foul there on Nakano. He gives up a wry smile saying, that's my second personal foul, but I was right there. I got to the spot first, but there's Motum. The guy who's had a hot hand all throughout the afternoon. Janning puts up a 3. No. And Terrazono knew that he touched it last. He was trying to save it. And the effort is well applauded there by the fans and the rest of the bench. Watch it here. Flying there trying to save it. Not able to do it though. Jumper a little bit too strong. Tracked down by Kumagai. Nakano's going to pick up his third. There's confirmation. Exactly 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Shinuyama launches. Good line, a little bit too strong though. Terrazono has done so well here in the fourth. Extra pass, Smith. Nakano left open. That would have been huge. Here comes Young. And I thread the needle once again. Dwight Ramos all over that defensively. Dwight Ramos has come up with a few steals already today. Almost picked him another one there. Shinuyama. Now Janning. A little bit too strong. Brock Motum picks up that rebound. They're going to walk it up. Nakano again. Nakano can be deadly. He's going to give it up though. Motum with the floater, yes! Motum now with 36 points. And just like that, a timeout will have to be called by Kawasaki. They were just down by 1. Now they're down by 10. Good time out there from Coach Kenji Sato. Just trying to gather his troops. Janning will come up short. He's been a little gun shy here today. Now an attack. Almost lost it there. Yes, eventually does. Good hands for Dwight to start out this fast break. Another slam there from Alex Smith. Shiniyama is going to walk this one through. Kumaga is going to bring it out. Now a 12-point lead. That matches the biggest lead they've had. Another steal here by Dwight. He's going to have an easy slam. And this is now going to be a 14-point lead. Another timeout will have to be called by Coach Kenji. Let's see if that timeout works here for Kawasaki. They need to score here. Time is not yet really a factor, but they want to get closer. They've replaced Matt Janning. Jordan Heath inside. The King. To the other side. Hasegawa will give it up. Fuji! They're not going to get that up and off. 24-second shot clock violation. And the bench loving it. The fans loving it. Their team now up by 14. Could be more. They look for Dwight. He has been the hero here and unfortunately will come up there with the turnover. Bit of miscommunication there with Nakano. Approaching the midway mark of the fourth. The King will look inside. Young tries to power his way. He'll come up short. Nakano with the board. Dwight will bring it up once again. Dwight thought of attacking, gives it up. Brock. Now back to Dwight. Alex, no. Good line though. Murphy just couldn't hit that shot. A chance of defense. And getting away for two there is Yuma Fuji. That's going to cut the lead down to 12. That's going to bring us to this official timeout. 4:48 remaining here in this contest. 90-78 is our tally. Ryoma Hashimoto still on the bench here. It has been all Shuto Terazono here in the fourth. And he's racing down court. He'll give it up and get it back. Dwight. Alex. Shuto's gonna force this one. He needs to. Eventually he's gonna lose it. Almost with another steal there. Fuji to the wing. Young for three. Yes! That's gonna cut the lead down to 9. Time slowly gonna be a factor. Murphy brings it down himself. Just gets it past the timeline. Issues a poor pass. Nice save there by Nakano. Nakano will try to go inside. Look for the hot hand. Why not go to Brock Moto, who's gonna miss? Put back not gonna work there for Murphy. That's gonna be the final foul of Shuto. He's done. Oh, they're gonna say just his fourth. And now here comes their starting point guard, Ryoma Hashimoto. Needing to score once again are the Brave Thunders. Fuji kicks it out. The King will bring it closer. Tries to use the glass and does. He's got 17 points. Talking about Fazekas. And that lead is down to 7. Hashimoto will give it up now to Murphy. Here comes Nakano. Nakano trying to get away. A foul's going to be called there, Nick. Three minutes, 12 seconds to go here. Dwight almost lost it. He'll be fouled. Yuma Fuji can't believe it. Look at that bewildered look on his face. Well, there wasn't too much contact, but Dwight did the right thing. Dribbled behind his back. Third personal foul going to be called here on Yuma Fuji. Brand new 14 seconds to be worked with. And here's Dwight once again. Murphy. That's a nice look. You've got to go to Brock Motum. He has been your main man all throughout. He's got 38 points. Fuji. Almost traveled. We'll get it back. Here's the king. Floater's not going to work. Nice rebound there by Motum. And they're off and running. Murphy's going to get fouled. Good idea there by Alex. On the break, he's got a lot of hops. Watch it here, attacking the defense. Heath having to backtrack. Jordan Heath has been kept on the bench a little bit too long, if you ask me. Murphy's going to get that first one to drop. And the lead is now at 10. Third personal foul there on Jordan Heath. Murphy makes the second as well, back up to an 11-point lead. And now, time is definitely going to be a factor. Needing to score quickly are the Brave Thunders once again. The king for three, bang! Watch them inch their way closer. This Kawasaki squad is a veteran-laden team. Leads down to 8. Ryoma trying to use clock. Motum. They're trying to find Motum. Pass almost went awry. Fuji can't believe the pass he just issued. Boy, if Hokkaido scores here, that could be game. They got the stop. Just issued another turnover. That's turnover number 10. And it couldn't have happened at the worst time. Nakano gets it inside to Brock. Alex says, let me waste some time as they get it to Ryoma. Now they got to make their move. Shot clock down to 6. Hashimoto. Murphy inside. That's a nice lay-in. And the lead is at double digits once again. 19 points in the contest here for Alex. That's a real big quandary here for their coach. Coach Sako in the third period. Coming alive was Sean Long. But he's sticking with Alex Murphy here in the fourth. And it's worked out well for his squad. Both teams now in the penalty. Kawasaki. Let's see if they can get a quick basket. One again. Dwight Ramos with a steal. He'll attack. Sets up his teammate and Nakano's gonna score. Dwight Ramos already with 4 steals and an assist there. And that's game. Fuji to the king. The king for 3. Yes! Still a glimmer of hope. They quickly get it inbounds. 23 points here for Fazekas. Now they're going to use clock. Still up by 9. Ryoma goes to the wing. Nakano for the dagger. No. Long rebound goes to Fuji. Fuji almost traveled. That's a nice spot. Hasegawa hits. And that lead is now just down to 6. They're going to get it past the timeline. And a foul is going to be called there in Yuma. Nothing he could do. What he should have tried to do is stop them from getting it past the timeline. Get a turnover. Now it's going to be free throws here for Hokkaido. Ryoma Hashimoto trying to put the finishing touches on this one. A little bit too strong in the first. Wanting that ball right away so he can take that shot. At least he's in rhythm. Some prayers here from the fans of Hokkaido. Prayer answered. Leads back up to 7. See if they can get another 3. Cut this down to just 4. The King puts up another one. Big rebound there from Dwight. Dwight's going to get fouled. And Dwight now trying to add the final nail in the coffin here this afternoon. Hasegawa will be called for that foul, his first personal. Good return here for Dwight, who has been sidelined by injuries here this season. Coming off that ankle sprain. Will easily make the first. That's the time and score remaining here inside the HOKKAIDO. And that's game. 9-point lead now for Hokkaido. No fouls. Called out there by Coach Sako. Another 3 is going to be hit here by Yuma. Ooh, they're going to call a foul. And extend this game here is Nick as he picks up his 3rd foul. But despite the fact, if in fact there are 2 misses here, it's still a 2-possession ball game. Not quite sure why, but I guess if there's still time, they figure maybe, just maybe, but a split from the line here from Alex Murphy will make it a 3-possession ball game. Ooh. Gets the miss. Continue to look up at the time is Coach Sako. Two misses. Now they need a quick 3. Fuji's gonna get inside. The King sets up. That was close. But with 0.2 remaining, Brock Modem says these free throws will definitely seal the deal. Tremendous performance here, and these 2 free throws could get Brock Modem to 40 points. His stat line right now, 38, 8, and 3. As Yuma Fuji fouls out. Kawasaki won yesterday 98-79. And today, Hokkaido is going to get back at their tormentors. Modem's going to miss the first. That would have brought him to 40. Now, looking for 39. We'll get it to drop. That should be our final score. Yes, it is. 102-95. Hokkaido taking this one. There's your final score. Dwight Ramos and company all smiles, and why not? Now they can address their fans here inside the HOKKAIDO with a smile, with a lot of pride, with their dignity intact. You can see the quarter scorings. Hokkaido getting off to a good start in the first two quarters. They lost that third quarter by 7, but they won the fourth by 6. So we're going to hear from Coach Sako Kinichi. And take your pick. Dwight Ramos, Alex Murphy, definitely Brock Motum. But even Sean Long had his moments. Ryoma, happy about being able to come back here. This is only their 8th victory this season. Couldn't have come at a better time. Brock Motum says, I came here with a mission, and that was to get the W. And they got it here. Kawasaki says thank you to their fans and to the fans here at the HOKKAIDO as they get a split here this weekend. Disappointment there written all over the face of the king, Nick Fazekas. Today, not really getting the 29 points that he had yesterday. So definitely a split is a disappointment for the king and company. They were looking to get victory number 21, but they're going to pick up loss number 14. Very emotional. Ryoma Hashimoto. He really wanted this victory. And there he is, still in tears. An emotional moment for him. And they're happy to be given some of the limelight. Let's start off first with Coach Sako Kinichi.
さあ今日の試合102対95、3桁得点での勝利となりました。佐古ヘッドコーチ、今日の試合の勝因を教えてください。
はい、今日はもう本当に、ブロックをはじめみんながいいシュートをしっかり決めてくれた、結果やっぱ100点取れたと思います。ディフェンスのところはまだまだ課題も残りますけど、今日はゾーンが比較的効いたんじゃないかなと、感じてます。
何としてでも連敗を止めなければという気持ちもあったと思いますが、今日の試合前、選手にはどのような声をかけたんでしょう。
はい、いつも通り、自分の思った通りのことを気持ちを伝えて、しっかり全員で戦いましょうというところだったと思いますけど、選手もですけど、今ちょっとやっぱ嫌な負け方からちょっと連敗続いてちょっと元気なかったので、今日の勝ちをですね、いい追い風にしてしっかり来週から勝ち星を挙げられるように頑張りたいと思います。
川崎ブレイブサンダース中地区首位を走るチームです。そのチームに勝ったというのも大きな勇気になりましたか。
そうですね、昨日の反省から今日選手たちがしっかりアジャストメントをやってくれた結果、こういう形になったと思いますので、しっかり我々も選手たちの手助けができるように、頑張っていきたいと思います。今日川崎さんというやっぱ、強いチームに、首位を走っているチームにこういう形で結果が出せたっていうのは我々の自信にもなりますし、しっかり来週からのゲーム取り組んでいきたいと思います。
さあ今日の来場者数が発表では4344人と コンサドーレ札幌とのコラボデーとなりまして、たくさんの方にお越しいただきました。ブースターの方にメッセージを最後にお願いします。
はい、皆さん、ちょっと連敗が続いてましたが、
Really good statements here from
今日こう
Coach
いう形
Sako
で選手
Kenichi.
たちが頑張ってくれた結果、
First of all, he said that we're really happy to get the full points here today. We were fighting from the very start, and today's experience will be used for future games. We got so much confidence. We won against a very strong team, the Kawasaki Brave Thunders, always a contender for the title. But they came away with a victory here, especially after losing yesterday, 98 to 79.
レバンガ北海道佐古ヘッドコーチでした。ありがとうございました。
Huge victory here.
さあ、それでは続きましてヒーローインタビュー参りましょう。点数取りました。
So he
この選手
said
です。今日のヒーロー。
in the past they have won
ブロックモータン選手です。
some games, but they've lost more because the record now is 8 and 26. So he said it doesn't matter because the future is more important to us. Here now is the game of the man of the game. Definitely, Brock Modem, 39 huge markers.
さあ、今日はモータム選手
Let's see what he has to say.
39得点と大活躍でした。ヒーローとなりました。今のお気持ちをお聞かせください。
I feel bad that I missed that last free throw. Would have got 40, but I'm just happy we got the win. You know, it's been a few weeks that we've been struggling, so it just feels good to get the win.
最後フリースロー入れてれば40点だったんで、ちょっと今気分悪いですけど、それは冗談として、本当にここ数週間苦しい試合が続いてた中で、こういった強豪相手に勝ちを取る、もぎ取ることができて本当に嬉しく思ってます。
いや、しかし見てても本当に華麗なプレーで、外からも中からもということで、スリーポイントで言いますと今日は8本中7本決めるという素晴らしい結果です。もう今日はいけるぞというそういう気持ちだったんでしょうか。
Oh, that's what I do. Felt normal pregame, like I always do, and yeah, just saw a couple go in, so just kept letting them fly, kept going in.
いつも通り準備して、いつも通り平常心で臨んで、当然シュートが入ってたいい感じは掴んでたので、打ち続けた結果がそういったところになったというふうに思ってます。
これだけたくさんのブースターに囲まれて大きな声援を受けての今日の勝利ということで集まっていただきました。ブースターにメッセージをお願いします。
Yeah, thank you all for coming. Thank you for sticking with us. We're trying our best, and hopefully we can keep improving. But we really appreciate your support and staying with us all season. We really need you. So thank you.
本日は会場に足を運んでいただきましてありがとうございます。そしてシーズン常に自分たちをサポートしていただきまして本当に感謝しております。自分たちはこれからも成長し続けて一つでも多くの価値を皆様に届けたいと思いますので引き続きサポートをお願いします。皆様のサポートなしでは自分たちは戦い切ることができませんのでぜひサポートをこれからもよろしくお願いします。今日はありがとうございました。
本日のヒーローブロックモータム選手には MVP 賞がございます。冠スポンサーダイヤモンドヘッド株式会社様より MVP 賞といたしまして賞金10万円が贈られます。プレゼンターはダイヤモンドヘッド株式会社執行役員石田和彦様、よろしくお願いします。おめでとうございます。さあ久々のこのホームでの勝利ということで一言通訳の方恐れ入ります。モータム選手に10万円の使い道だけ教えてもらってもよろしいでしょうか。考えております。
急に言われたんでちょっと分かんないです。
どうしましょう。家族も応援に駆けつけてますしね。
ちょっと分かんないって言ってます。
わかりました。じっくり考えていただきましょうか。
奥さんと話して、奥さんが使いたいように使ってもらえればいいと思います。
奥様とお話をして決めるということですね。
はい、何か食事でもいいですし、何か欲しいものがあれば買ってもらってもいいと思いますが、
有意義に使ってください。
奥さんに渡したいと思います。
わかりました。
言ってます。
愛妻家でございますからね。ありがとうございます。さあ続きましてレブニーズプレゼンツファーストシュートチャレンジ賞、こちらもレバンガ北海道最初の得点選手、そうです、12番モータム選手でしたね。おめでとうございます。改めてモータム選手、さあモータム選手おめでとうございます。投票していただいた
So some more prizes to be given out here. Looks like it's going to be a free meal here for Brock Modem.
あら、いいですね。ご注目いただきましょう。カメラの方に。はい、おめでとうございました。ありがとうございます。さあ続きましてロックワイスプレゼンツオンファイヤー賞の発表参りましょう。バスケットライブの応援機能でありますファイヤー、本日の試合で最も集めたレバンガ北海道の選手にはロックアイスプレゼンツオンファイヤー賞といたしましてオフィシャルパートナーであります回転寿司トリトン様より1万円分のお食事券が贈られます。最もファイヤー本日集めたのは7万505ファイヤー獲得ナンバー21ショーン・ロング選手おめでとうございます。
And now we're going to talk to Sean Long. And they say he was on fire. He was definitely on fire in the third quarter.
おめでとうございます。さあ本日ハッピーバースデー、そうです、誕生日に勝利を収めたということで気持ちも
Hey, and it's his birthday. Happy birthday, Sean Long.
ブースターの方にメッセージを頂戴してもよろしいでしょうか。
Thank you for your support. I'm happy, we got a win today on my birthday. It's the best birthday gift I could have asked for. Hopefully we can build on it and keep pushing.
本日は会場に足を運んでいただきましてありがとうございます。本当に自分の誕生日を勝利で祝うことができて本当に嬉しく思ってますが、その勝ち星というものも皆様のサポートあってのおかげだというふうに思いますので、これからも自分たちは成長し続けていきますので、応援をよろしくお願いします。ありがとうございました。
オンファイヤー賞、ショーン・ロング選手、この流れでせっかくですから今日お誕生日ですからね、お祝いしましょう。さあそうです、勝利とともに会場にお越しの皆様と一緒にショーン・ロング選手の誕生日お祝いしましょう。さあケーキなんですがオフィシャルパートナーでございます若狭芋本部様よりご提供いただきました今日のヒーローのモータム選手から渡してもらいましょうかね。さあ塩谷選手も緊張しております。ケーキおめでとうございます。さあそしてですね、せっかくなんでここでハッピーバースデーソングを歌ってもらいましょう。誰に塩谷選手歌ってもらえますか。これはもう MVP 取ったねモータム選手からの指名ですから、さあ美声を披露していただきましょう。2人で歌いますか、どうします。1人で2人で、じゃあ2人で
One, two, three. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sean. Happy birthday to you.
おめでとうございます。さあそれではモータム選手、そして塩谷選手、ショーン・ロング選手3人でレバンガビクトリー行きましょう。
That cake looks good. Once again, happy birthday to Sean Long and congratulations to Levanga Hokkaido. Come away with the victory here, winning this one 102 to 95.
声を合わせてレバンガビクトリーしていただきましょうかね。ショーン・ロング選手、モータム選手、そして塩谷選手。さあそれでは
We got some more interviews.
誰の合図でいきましょう。行きましょうか。
Or maybe this is just a chant for the fans.
OK、じゃあショーン・ロング選手温度取りましょう。お願いします。
Levanga victory!
So it's Levanga victory, and that's exactly what they got here this Saturday afternoon. Once again, the birthday boy, all smiles. They're going to have dinner tonight to celebrate his natal day and to celebrate this W. Those young fans there entering the stadium together with their favorite players. That got things started. Well, Levanga wanted to make sure that they were able to avenge their loss yesterday. That's exactly what happened. But looking at Kawasaki, they actually had a very, very slow start, which is quite surprising. Heath would put up that 3 and hit. But that was not the usual firepower that we were used to seeing from Kawasaki. Well, that slow start really did them in. Brock Modem started this game firing in all cylinders. Fuji there with a turnover. Easy slam there for Sean Long. But he would really catch fire in the third. He would finish the first half with just 4 points. Getting away there is Yuta. You can see the defense really being tight inside that paint. 4 individuals there around Jordan Heath. The King. With the lead pass there. We're looking at that replay. It might have been he was stepping on the baseline. But a foul is going to be called on Brock Modem. Here's Shuto to end the first quarter with a basket. That definitely counted. First quarter ends in favor of Hokkaido, 28-23. Jordan Heath, when he's inside that paint, will just bully everybody around. Shuto try to stop him. Ill-advised. Nakano finding 2 threes in the second quarter to help establish another good advantage for his squad. There's a second. Well, he's going to hit one a little bit later on. Brock Modem being very active. Janning. Didn't really take as many shots as I would have wanted him to, or I expected him to. Big slam there, coming from Alex Murphy. He would come alive in the fourth as well. Janning slips the pass there, and Heath with the slam. At the halftime break, it was 55 for Hokkaido, 47 for Kawasaki. And then Motum went to work once again. He just couldn't miss from downtown. Yuta will get blocked. 4 block shots coming from Jordan Heath here. And then Yuma Fuji will hit from downtown. He came alive in the second half as well. Sakurai finds the man on fire, Sean Long. Yuta. That pass was deflected. So not a block, they say. Yuma left open. Hits again. That kept him in the ball game. And then Terrazono kissing it off the glass. Entering the fourth and final period, it's just a 1-point lead for Hokkaido at 77 to 76. But Brock Modem started to go to work once again. Dwight Ramos with a steal there. Dwight would have 6 steals, and Alex Murphy with a big finish. There's another of those steals from Dwight. Didn't really contribute scoring-wise, but he didn't need to. He was in double digits with 10. Also had 5 rebounds and 4 assists. But his biggest stat line were those 6 steals. The King trying to make it interesting. Hits from deep. But again, Alex, that layup really sealed the deal. There's another steal from Dwight. Sets up his teammate, and Nakano will score. That's going to give us our final score. 102-95, a 7-point victory for Coach Sako Kinichi and the rest of Levanga Hokkaido. And in tears is one of the best players of today's game, Ryoma Hashimoto. As we take a look at the scoring, collectively, field goal percentage 59% as compared to 46% in favor of Levanga Hokkaido. And you can break it down in 2 and 3. You can see 62% as compared to 44% and 54% from 3 as compared to just 48 here for the Brave Thunders. That's actually very good that's very good 3-point shooting at 48%, but 54 is totally exceptional. Free throws just about even. 13 free throws made by Levanga and 9 here for the Brave Thunders. In terms of turnovers, 3 more for Levanga. Didn't matter though, but points in the paint. They lorded it over, plus 24, 46-22. Bench scoring as well, winning that mark, 44-21. As we take a look at other numbers, rebounding, 36-34 in favor of Levanga. And assists, this is a big margin, by 9, 32-23, also in favor of Levanga. Dwight Ramos thanking the fans for coming over, and they're glad he's back. They were excited to have him here as he moved here to Levanga for his 2nd season here in the B.LEAGUE. Let's see if they can pick up more W's as we take a look at the leading scorers. Brock Modem with 39, 19 there for Murphy, and 13 added by Sean Long. On the other side, in a losing effort, 23 for Nick. Jordan with 21 and 20 points for Yuma Fuji. When you take a look at the rebounding story, Brock Modem close to a double-double. He had 9 boards, 7 rebounds for Murphy, and 5 for Dwight Ramos. Those are the numbers there. On the right side of your screens, a double-double for Nick the King. He had 23 points and 10 boards, as you can see there. 9 rebounds added there by Jordan Heath, and 4 from Michael Young Jr. Checking out the assists, Nakano with 7 and 6 apiece for Sakurai and Murphy. For the Brave Thunders, 10 assists for Yuma Fuji. Matt Janning had 4, and the King would finish with 3. Those are the numbers we're talking about. Yuma Fuji came up with a double-double of his own with 20 points and 10 assists, albeit in a losing effort. From a coaching standpoint, you want to be able to come back after a loss, and for Coach Sako Kinichi, he was able to get a quick turnaround, and their squad got the win here, 102-90.